Today I'll be sharing with you about what it means to be the body of Christ, or what it means to be a part of the body of Christ. And my brief sharing is going to be based on 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 12 and 14 to 27. The human body has many parts, but the many parts make up one whole body. So it is with the body of Christ. Yes, the body has many different parts, not just one part. If the foot says, I am not a part of the body because I am not a hand, that does not make it any less a part of the body. And if the ear says, I am not a part of the body because I am not an eye, would that make it any less a part of the body? If the whole body were an eye, how would you hear? Or if the whole body were an ear, how would you smell anything? But our bodies have many parts, and God has put each part just where He wants it. How strange a body would be if it had only one part. Yes, there are many parts, but only one body. The eye can never say to the hand, I don't need you. The head can't say to the feet, I don't need you. In fact, some parts of the body that seem weakest and least important are actually the most necessary. And the parts we regard as less honorable are those we clothe with the greatest care. So we carefully protect those parts that should not be seen, while the more honorable parts do not require this special care. So God has put the body together such that extra honor and care are given to those parts that have less dignity. This makes for harmony among the members, so that all the members are concerned for each other. If one part suffers, all the parts suffer with it. And if one part is honored, all the parts are glad. All of you together are Christ's body, and each of you is a part of it. Now, I'd like to focus specifically on verse 26, where it says, if one part suffers, all the parts suffer with it. And if one part is honored, all the parts are glad. I'd like to focus on that because I've come to a realization over the years. Over the years, I realized that we tend to criticize and look down on others who are not quite making the mark. And sometimes we do that because their failures are public. So we are aware of the fact that we fail too, but no one knows of our failures. And so we feel a little bit better than the persons who fail publicly. And in so doing, it means that we're failing to realize that we have fallen too. I think that the biggest problem is that we have missed the point that we are a body. We have missed the point that as a body, we should care for each other. I was sharing with some persons the other day about the fact that if my finger gets cut, my feet will not refuse to walk to take the rest of my body, my entire body, to the bathroom to get a band-aid. And the hand that doesn't have a cut finger will not fail to reach for the band-aid. And because the hand with the cut may not be able to help to pull the band-aid, I may have to employ my mouth in assisting me to pull it, right? And my mouth is not going to say to the rest of me, I'm not going to help with this, The finger was careless. or the hand that was holding the knife was careless. This is not my problem. So in the same way, the human body works together to see to it that each part of the body is doing well. That's how we should be as Christians. As Christians, we should make it a point of our duty to look out for the well-being of the other members of the body. So when somebody fails, we should go to their rescue. We are not in a position to condemn anyone and curse them to hell. If someone fails, we should go to their rescue and apply the band-aid. Now, we may say that sometimes people resist us when we go to them, and that is true. Sometimes people resist us. But don't we resist alcohol too? Like, we know it burns, so we kind of cringe and jump and that kind of a thing when it's being applied. So it's the same kind of thing. You need to use the alcohol, I think, to get rid of the germs, right? Yes, I think that's why we use it. And it's good for the situation, isn't it? But it burns. And because it burns, sometimes we flash our hands away before it touches us. And that is like when somebody's putting up resistance to the correction that we bring, right? So if we were to just look at ourselves, each of us, to say, all right, this is what a body is. This is how a body works. Each member of the body has a part to play. The fingers do this, the eyes do this, the ears do this, the mouth do this. The nose does this, right? If we were to look at it like that all the time, then I think we would function better in the church as members of Christ's body. So I'm just encouraging you today to remember that as a Christian, each of us, we need to remember that as Christians, we are a part of Christ's body, and our main aim is to, serve God, of course, and do his will and love him. But a part of that, a part of showing how much we love God, is to ensure that every member of the body is taken care of. And if each of us should do this, whenever we come upon a stumbling brother or a struggling sister, then I think things would be much better among us. So remember, as you go through today and the rest of your lives, that you're a part of the body of Christ and you have a role to play.